Hmm. Let me tell you a story my grandmother once told me many years ago before she passed. It is a story about a very brave queen who sacrificed her life for her people. Her name was Queen Iden. A very long time ago, in the great kingdom of Benin, there lived a king called Oriohene. After his death, the crown was passed to his cousin Akenuzama. But Akenuzama was very old, so he let the honor and responsibility to pass over to his son Idova. Idova was crowned and he assumed the title of Oba Ewuakpe. Oba Ewuakpe became an Oba who still had a father. But this was just the beginning of the turmoil. He married a large number of wives, which included Queen Iden. During that time, his mother died at Uselu. To give her a befitting burial and comfort in the afterlife, Oba Ewuakpe sent a great number of people to accompany her to the land of the dead. But this discovering provoked the people of Benin Kingdom and they rebelled against him. The rebellion penetrated the palace walls. Oba Ewuakpe's numerous wives abandoned the royal harem after the people rejected their husband as king. The queen's children, chiefs, and all the people in the palace were not spared. They flung open the gate of the palace and ran away. But one of them, called Queen Iden, stayed with her husband. She refused to return to her parents during that time. She pledged her loyalty to her husband and stayed with him. When Oba Ewuakpe realized his life as a king without his subjects was becoming unbearable, he journeyed to his mother's village in Ikoka and cried out to them, hoping for some empathy and recognition as the Oba of Benin. But he was met with series of blame and rejection. It turned out that the people of Ikoka only rendered help when there was something to gain, either materially or spiritually. Due to the condition in which Oba Ewuakpe came, the people of Ikoka rejected him because they had nothing to gain from him. Instead, he was a liability to them. Oba Ewuakpe cursed them for this before returning to his empty, deserted palace in Benin. Queen Iden felt pity for her husband. She took some of her valuables and sold them at the market. The money she made, she used it to summon a diviner to the palace and asked what was needed to be done in order to restore the peace in the kingdom. Oba Ewuakpe, burdened with unrest in his kingdom, approached the oracle seeking for a solution. The oracle, deep in trance, spoke with a voice that carried the weight of the gods.
The land is troubled and the spirits demand a great sacrifice to restore balance and peace. The king must give up someone he loves dearly. Only this sacrifice and devotion will appease the gods and save the kingdom.
The oracle's proclamation hung heavy in the air. A dire and heart-wrenching decree that pierced the very soul of the king. It was a moment of profound realization that the path of salvation was fraught with sorrow and loss. As the oracle's words echoed, Queen Iden, who accompanied her husband in his quest for answer, stepped forward with her eyes filled with love and determination. Her eyes met with that of Oba Ewuakpe, and she knew in her heart what was needed to be done. "Let it be me," she declared, her voice steady and unwavering. "For the love I bear for you, my king, and for our people, I will give my life. Let my sacrifice be the balm that heals our land." Oba Ewuakpe refused, but despite his tears and pleas, Queen Iden's mind was made up. Her love for her husband and her people outweighed the fear of death. She pleaded with the king and talked him into accepting her decision. Queen Ide paid off the diviner, and then she and her husband went and bought all the necessary sacrificial items stated by the oracle. Before she was offered, Queen Iden requested from the king that her tomb be kept clean at all times, and on no account must anyone step foot on it, else such a person must be sacrificed as a symbol of honoring her memory. In a solemn and sacred ceremony, Queen Iden was led to the place of the sacrifice. With a smile, Queen Iden embraced her fate, knowing her spirit will forever watch over the kingdom she loved. As the earth closed over Queen Iden, a profound silence fell over the land. The gods, moved by her selfless act, blessed the kingdom with peace and prosperity. The chief and people, realizing the depth of the sacrifice, returned to Oba Ewuakpe with renewed loyalty and respect, and the kingdom thrived once more. Oba Ewuakpe was forever grateful and touched by Queen Iden's sacrifice. He fulfilled his promise and built a tomb adjacent to the palace in honor of her memory. This is the end of this story. If you were in Queen Iden's position, would you have made the same decision? Do you think the love she had for the king and her people was worth the sacrifice? I'd like to know your thoughts. Thank you for joining us today as we explore the captivating story of Queen Iden. What lesson can we draw from Queen Iden's courage? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated on more fascinating stories. Until next time, take care and see you soon.